Hi there. Today we are going to listen a story about the cute baby train and the great adventure. In the heart of a beautiful, bustling railway town called Alston, there was a special little train named Poppy. Poppy was the cutest baby train you could ever imagine, with bright blue paint, sparkling eyes, and a cheerful whistle that sounded like a giggle. Poppy lived with many other trains in a big, cozy roundhouse called Roundabout Depot. Every train in the depot loved Poppy, and they looked after her as if she were their own little sibling. One sunny morning, as Poppy was practicing her gentle chugging around the depot, a loud whistle echoed through the air. It was Mr. Johnson, the depot master, and he had an important announcement. "Trains, gather around." Mr. Johnson called out. "I have exciting news. We have been chosen to deliver a very special cargo to the Great Mountain, a place where no train has ever been before. This cargo is a magical glowing flower called the star bloom, and it must reach the top of the mountain by sunset tomorrow to save the ancient tree that grows there. This tree is the heart of our land, and it needs the star bloom to survive." The trains buzzed with excitement, and their wheels clinked with anticipation. Poppy, although small, felt a tug at her heartstrings. She wanted to be part of this grand adventure. She tooted her whistle and said, "Mr. Johnson, I want to help too." Mr. Johnson smiled warmly at Poppy. "I know you are brave, Poppy, but this journey will be long and full of challenges. Are you sure you are ready?" Poppy puffed up with determination. "Yes, Mr. Johnson. I can do it." Seeing the determination in her eyes, Mr. Johnson agreed. "Very well, Poppy. You shall be part of the team. But remember, you'll need the help and guidance of the other trains." As Poppy prepared for the journey, the older and bigger trains, like Thomas, James, and Emily, gathered around her. They promised to guide and protect her throughout the adventure. With the magical star bloom safely secured in Poppy's cargo car, the team set off towards the Great Mountain. The journey began with a smooth ride through the lush, green countryside, where the fields were filled with colorful wildflowers and chirping birds. As they chugged along, Poppy and her friends approached their first challenge, crossing the Rainbow Bridge. This bridge was known for its shimmering colors and narrow paths, making it tricky to navigate. Thomas, the wise blue engine, went first to show the way. "Follow my tracks carefully, Poppy, and you'll be just fine." Poppy took a deep breath and started across the bridge. The colors danced around her, making her feel like she was gliding through a magical rainbow. Step by step, she followed Thomas, and soon enough, she made it to the other side with a triumphant toot. Their next challenge came as they entered the Whispering Woods. The trees were tall and dense, and the forest was filled with mysterious sounds. Poppy felt a shiver run down her tracks, but she knew she had to be brave. Emily, the graceful green engine, gave Poppy a reassuring smile. "Stay close, Poppy. We'll get through this together." As they ventured deeper into the woods, they encountered a twisted and overgrown path that was difficult to navigate. The other trains helped clear the way, using their strength to move fallen branches and guide Poppy through the tangled underbrush. After what felt like hours, they finally emerged from the Whispering Woods and found themselves at the base of the Great Mountain. The mountain was tall and majestic, its peak hidden in the clouds. Poppy felt a mix of awe and nervousness as she looked up at the daunting climb ahead. James, the strong red engine, spoke up. "This is the final challenge, Poppy. The path up the mountain is steep and rocky, but we'll be with you every step of the way." With their encouragement, Poppy began her ascent. The tracks were narrow and winding, and the climb grew steeper with every turn. Poppy's wheels strained against the incline, but she never gave up. As they climbed higher and higher, the air grew colder, and a thick fog rolled in, making it hard to see. Poppy felt herself getting tired, but she knew she had to keep going for the sake of the ancient tree. The other trains took turns pushing and pulling Poppy, helping her up the steepest sections of the track. Their teamwork and support filled Poppy with renewed energy and determination. Finally, after a long and grueling climb, they reached the summit of the Great Mountain. The fog lifted, revealing a breathtaking view of the entire land below. And there, at the center of the peak, stood the ancient tree, its branches drooping and its leaves withered. Poppy gently rolled forward, carrying the star bloom with care. As she approached the tree, the magical flower began to glow brighter and brighter, filling the air with a warm, golden light. Poppy placed the star bloom at the base of the tree, and immediately, the tree began to transform. The withered branches straightened, and new leaves sprouted, vibrant and green. The tree's bark glowed with a soft, golden hue, and the entire mountain seemed to come alive with energy and life. The other trains watched in awe as the tree's magic spread across the land, restoring the beauty and vitality of the forests, fields, and rivers. The ancient tree, now revitalized, stood tall and strong, its branches reaching towards the sky. Poppy felt a surge of pride and joy as she realized that she had played a vital role in saving the tree and the land. Her bravery, determination, and teamwork had made a difference. Mr. Johnson, who had followed their progress from afar, arrived at the summit and beamed with pride. "Well done, Poppy. You have proven that even the smallest train can achieve great things with courage and the support of friends." The other trains gathered around Poppy, cheering and celebrating their epic adventure. They all knew that they had formed a bond that would last a lifetime, and they would always remember the journey to the great mountain. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the land, Poppy and her friends started their journey back to Roundabout Depot. They chugged down the mountain, through the whispering woods, and across the Rainbow Bridge, their hearts filled with pride and happiness. When they finally arrived back at the depot, the other trains greeted them with whistles of joy and celebration. Poppy was welcomed as a true hero, and everyone marveled at the story of their epic adventure. From that day on, Poppy was known not just as the cute baby train, but as the brave and determined little engine who had saved the ancient tree and brought magic and life to the land. She continued to go on many more adventures with her friends, always ready to face new challenges with courage and teamwork. And whenever she passed by the great mountain, Poppy would toot her whistle and remember the magical journey that had taught her the true meaning of bravery, friendship, and determination. The end.